Traders, Brian here with A Plus Setups, and today is Wednesday, March 19th, 2025. Tonight's video is going to be a recap of two things we'll focus on in this video. Is the first jiggle pullback in the channel template and the reverse mullet trade. There were a plethora of reverse mullets in there today that worked out super nice. So, I've always said you can just try to pick one or two of these setups, focus and specialize in them. You should be good to go. I would do a lot better if I didn't think and I just took the setups. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So let's get right into it. Alright, so this is prime example. We're starting at market open. First setup is a short trade. This is the first jiggle. It closes above the midline. Midline is red. Take the down close, and that should have been day done for me right there. I mean, punto. More than 50 ticks, day done, but I didn't take it. Trying to think. I didn't take it because I wasn't here. I showed up late. I didn't get started till a little bit later, so that's why I missed that. First trade, that's what we're looking for. Okay, you see down here also the panel's red. Okay, so those are the things that we have kind of built in to make sure it's right. So we're going to just talk about just blindly taking the first pullback and trying to get day done. So that would have done it for me had I been in here. Second trade was this one. Green, pulls back, closes, and you've gotten in. I would have taken a loss on this one. I would have lost probably 3 to 5 points, and that's it. So here's the first trade setup. Green pulls back, closes under. Green, we take the up close, and there's more there. That if I was here taking that trade, I don't know. I may have actually taken that one. That may have been one of the winners I took this morning. But anyway, that's the first pullback, and just blindly taking that. Nothing else. Okay, we have some resets here. You see goes red, then green again. You have a red panel. You wouldn't take that. Very choppy, but now it plays out to the upside. You get the pullback, closes down, green, up close, and off you go. Now we're getting into some reverse mullets. So what is a reverse mullet? Well, everybody should be familiar with what the mullet haircut is. It's business up front, party in the back. Well, the reverse mullet in trading is in relationship to my channel template here is when the blue bar is on the reverse mullet trade, the blue bar is going to be activated, meaning there's two closes above the channel. So it looks like there's a party about to start on the upside. But instead, it reverses down, closes down, and has a decent extension down. Now, what sets this trade up, the only reason that I really created this panel here was for the reverse mullet trade. So the blue bar looks like it's going to break out, but it's still red here. See all of these first pullbacks here, they don't change color. They're going to stay silver and then up close again, and then off you go. Okay, so that's the difference. That's the distinction I want you to make. So first one goes down. You'd have gotten a little. I would have gotten a little bit, probably a break-even trade on this. The way I trade, that's all I would have gotten. Here's the second one. Again, blue multi closes above the channel, then it reverses. I mean, we're still red here, so that's just telling me that the party's not starting on the upside just yet. Alright, then we come down. So now we've had green here, so we're looking for a reset. We get the reset, and again, if I'm not thinking about anything and I'm just taking the trades, the reason I set this template up the way I have it set up is so I can just take the first jiggle or the first John Wick. We're not going to talk about John Wicks tonight, but just the first jiggle trade, red. You don't see any blue here, so it's clear to take the close down. And again, that would have been, I just need 6 closes for me to get 50 ticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it would have been plenty there for me to get 50 ticks. All right, that's the first one. That's all we're going to talk about is first trade. Okay, so this is not a reverse mullet because we have a green splotch right there. So we get a reset. You see the green turns red, bearish move down. Look what we have here. First pullback, and bam, there you go. So I ended the day down like just slightly over $100, but it was because I failed to take the trades that I've designed. I outthought myself, and I'm horrible at that, and I'm trying to get better at it. So I designed this explicitly to be able to take the first jiggle, not think about anything. And you see they've all just about played out so far. All right, nothing else to talk about here, nothing else to talk about here. We get a reset, comes back, first trade, and there we go. Everything's green, and off you go. All right, so here is a reverse mullet, a bullish reverse mullet. You see red, it's still green, so you take the up close. Now, I will tell you, my stop is right there. They would have came down, if I took that trade, they would have came down to the tick and taken me out had I been in this trade. This arrow just says this trade didn't work out. I just want to draw attention to that with the black arrow. So that's it. Just didn't work out at all. Now, had I taken the next trade, yeah, maybe I would have gotten some of that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 closes. So now it more than likely would have went right to my take profit to the tick, and then came right down and taken me out for a break even. Guarantee you that's what would have happened there. All right, so now we have a reverse mullet here. You kind of see the sequence. It's blue, looking like a party's going to start to the upside, but we're still red in the panel. You take the down close. You know, I would have survived this one because I've got my stop above the swing high, and would have been close. But you get another reverse mullet right there, and that's the one that pays the money. So I would have been trailing this down, and I would have gotten taken out right there, probably for about 6 points. 5 to 6 points. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I would have gotten my 50 ticks because that's where 50 ticks was. Okay, another reverse mullet. You kind of see how these things are working out. Down close, take it, more than 50 ticks there. We get the reset, but it's not red here, so even though this would have been a monstrously good trade, I wouldn't have taken that. Here is the first trade that could have been taken, and again, a nice 50 ticker. Reverse mullet, yeah, I wouldn't have made anything. I would have been taken out probably for a 3-point loss. Another reverse mullet, see red, green, up close. You take it, but there's a couple reasons not to take that. I'm just marking all these out right here. Number one is it made a lower low than this swing low here, so I don't want to confuse too many things. Another one that did not work. These I would have escaped with either break evens or losing 3 points. The reason I have the black arrows is I would have had a full loss on those, an absolute full loss on it. All right, we get the reset, back up. Okay, you see the pattern. We close underneath this. Everything's green. You take the up close. Bam, you got your trade. A reverse mullet would not have worked. I would have had a full loss on that one. But you kind of see. It's important for the close, the up close, on the bearish reverse mullets. The panel still needs to be green. And for the bearish reverse mullets, the blue candles, it needs to be red here. Okay, and that was a super nice one right there. All right, we get change of trend and the pullback. You recognize that everything's green. We get a close below, then a close above. You take that trade, and I'm pretty sure I took. Yeah, it might have been that trade, or yeah, it might have been that trade. I don't have the data turned on right now. So, all right, here's a reverse mullet. Actually, this is one as well. I didn't mark that, but yeah, that's all. So we get the down close. I would have escaped that because my stop's up here and would have closed down and would have gotten my money. Here's another one. Kind of see how these things are playing out. Another bearish one. You see the panels close down. Another one. Yeah, if I had gotten into this one, I would have been more than likely out for no more than 3-point loss. Less than that, more than likely. Okay, this one would have worked. Stops up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I would have almost. I would have been taken out at a break even on this trade. I would have already moved my stop down, and would have missed everything. Okay, this is also first pullback. Also coincides with being a reverse mullet. See it change? Okay, here we have a change. Rally up, closes down, green panel, close up, take it and go. Okay, you kind of see how these things are playing out now. It's a really nice one here. Yeah, super nice. And then here is after the reset, close below, close up, and it goes. Here was the first jiggle trade that you could have taken, would not have worked. I would have come out for a break even or no more than 3-point loss. First trade, not thinking about anything other than everything is lining up to close down. Yeah, probably would not have taken that, being that it was still green here, but here we go. You take that and it's off to the races. Here's the reverse mullet, closed down, panel's red, and off she goes. Same here, more of the same. Reverse mullet also happens to be the first pullback. Everything stayed green, and off she goes. So hopefully you're seeing this pattern. It's really powerful. There's the first pullback. It's close, but I get the blue dot, which tells me that there's multiple things aligning with this pullback. So first pullback, up close, and that was really smooth. And then you get the reverse mullet, off he goes. Okay, that's the trading session today. So I just wanted to quickly go over the first jiggle pullback and the reverse mullet. So two simple concepts that can easily be incorporated into your trading arsenal. And again, I built this template so I wouldn't have to factor in anything else. I'm working harder to adhere to my own designs because I know I am the weakest link in my system design. My systems tend to work much better than I do, but I'm getting better at it. So anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Good luck in your trading. This is Brian signing off.